Hello, everybody. Is it recording? Yes, okay. Welcome to biology. This is our first lecture. I'm going to go through all the stuff we've gone through. Today is August 24th. So we're going to make sure I cover everything we've covered so far up through August 24th, and it is an 8A. So here we go. All right. First, we talked about what science is, talked about science as a way of knowing, and we talked about how science is just the application of math. We're just applying math. So we got to know what measurement is. Here are a bunch of tools that we use to measure things in just pretty much anything. I'm just trying to shrink this screen down just a little bit. Okay. So in science, we use the International System of Measurement, or SI is the abbreviation for it, for Sistema Internacional. So here we go. It's also known as the metric system. So when we're measuring length in the international system, we measure in meters. So we use meters here. Meters. When we are measuring in mass, we measure in kilograms. Now, one thing we need to know is kilo means 1,000. So we're actually measuring in 1,000 grams. Measuring 1,000 grams at a time. It's the only form of measurement we use in the SI system that actually uses a prefix in front of it. So that's pretty interesting. Kind of good to know. So you'll see on nutritional labels and things, grams, you'll see milligrams, you'll see micrograms, especially when we're talking about trace minerals. When you're talking about your minerals and things like that, you'll see micrograms. So we'll talk about a bunch of those different forms of measurement. And we'll talk about those prefixes. Now, when you're measuring in volume, we measure in liters. I'll write it up here. We measure in liters. So whether it's a milliliter, a liter, a megaliter, whatever we're doing. You measure a kiloliter, you can measure it with any prefix there is. All right. So when we measure time, we always measure time in seconds. That color is not working. Seconds. Okay, if you can't see it, I'm sorry, but I can't really adjust the font size of my pen. So we measure it in seconds. Next, temperature. We are going to say it's measured in Celsius here. Now, most other people are going to say it's Kelvin. Okay, Celsius, Celsius. So it's measured in Celsius. One funny thing is to think about this. Okay, our system, we use inches for inches and feet and yards and stuff like that, and anybody else that comes here gets really confused because they're 12 inches in a foot and 3 feet in a yard. And where the metric system, it's all in tens. So there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. There are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. It's all in tens, and they get really confused. And because our system doesn't make any sense and it's really outdated. So, yeah, we need to kind of fix that, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it's kind of broke. We should fix it, but whatever. So, here are some of the prefixes we want to use. So I will underline or circle the ones you should have. They should be in your notebook on page 4 or 5. On page 5, you have this slide pretty much. And you have the commonly used prefixes, which I put down the smaller numbers. We have centi, milli, micro, and nano. So that's these ones. Centi, 10 to the negative 2 means it's 1/100th of whatever it is. If you're talking about a centibyte type of data, right? It's a 1/100th of a byte. So in decimals, you'd write it 0.01. Okay. Milli is 1/1000th, by 0.001. Micro is 1/1,000,000th. Right, so if we're measuring in microliters like I had to in college when we were doing chain reactions for DNA, PCRs for DNA, you're measuring in millionths of a liter. And then you have 1/1,000,000,000th for nano. 3, 6, 9, there we go. So 1/1,000,000,000th. Now, the commonly used prefixes that are bigger, we use kilo through tera. So kilo is 1,000, mega is a million, giga is a billion, and tera is a trillion. And that is kind of the commonly used prefixes that we use.